Hi guys, it's me Dual, and today we are going to check out this new game called The Dark Egg. That's a very interesting text-based story-driven game. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's find out. Here we go. New game. Let's start. Just so you guys know, I am not very healthy right now, and I have lots of fever and other issues. So my voice won't be perfect. Sorry about that. Anyways, here we go. When I was young, I heard a story about an island surrounded by a silver lake. I love this music in the background. So healing, It's just really good. The island was empty, save for an old city. Its people were lost and hungry, and when they cried for help, there was no answer. Oh. But then from the heavens came the many eyes of grace, who gave an answer. Okay, interesting. Ooh. Salvation arrived on winged creatures, speaking in tongues that aged men. They taught many secret things, and what mind was. Their gifts took away mankind's faults and replaced them with eyes of grace. The island was blessed, everyone was made right. The city was made better, its sun was consumed. The city was made into memory, living words in eternity. Screams faded and none came back from the island. Most leave the island alone except for those seeking its greatest treasure. An egg from the heavens, unspoiled and perfect, resting in the womb of the old city. A thing that will grant any wish you desire. A thing that I must get. Okay, what happened then? Okay, so that's the story, I guess, and we are the egg, probably. This is our health, energy, sanity, trauma. Okay. You've awoken to the rocking of a ship. You can't remember how many days it has been. Okay. They said it would only take half a day to get to the island. Even the ferryman said so. But the ferryman has not moved from his spot since you got on this boat. He simply stares forward into a white mist with no island in sight. The sound of waves surround you and nothing else. Okay, so here we have two options. Talk to the ferryman and talk to the island. Look into the island and talk to the ferryman. Let's look into the island. You peer over the boat and see rushing water. It is a relief to know that the boat is going somewhere. You, like the ferryman, simply stare out into the mist-covered waters. There's no island in sight. Oh, that's a shame. Let's click on the back. Check your bag. You open your bag. Just beneath your feet, it is drenched by the mist and a splash of the waves around you. The contents are nothing special. Gear you were told would help you on the island. Many assured you there would be a town near the seashore when you arrived. You're not so sure anymore. Okay. Let's check our inventory. A good explorer always knows what he carries. So here we have to select what we want to carry. We can obviously carry some of it, I guess. Gold 30. Small knife, climbing rope, compass, recovery potion. I think compass is important. Oh. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I need recovery potion. No! Why did I use it? Ah, I just wasted a recovery potion. My bad. Maybe I need a climbing rope. Then a small knife. Thought you remember bringing a map of the island. You can't seem to find it in your bag. Maybe it fell out. Okay. So we were basically just checking our bag. We don't have to necessarily, take something from our bag. We were looking for a map, and it seems there is no map inside our bag. So we probably thought so. Okay. Search for your map. This is the map. Okay. Got it. You find your map on the floor of the ferry and pick it up. While you are no sailor yourself, it isn't completely foreign to you. The map is wet to touch, still hopeful you can open it, but its contents unreadable anymore. The ink runs. It appears you will need to draw a new one as you go. You place the map in your bag near your compass and notice the dial is spinning erratically. Pulling it out, you try to hold it steadily. The dial only grows more wild. Upon hearing a rustle from the front of the boat, you look up from your bag. The ferryman has turned the misty waters. He stares at you with dull eyes. Ocean mist drips from his pale chin. You feel his gaze on you. Okay, let's talk to him. You give a quick hello to the ferryman. His face remains expressionless. Black eyes stare directly at yours. We've passed the normal waters. What? The ferryman lets out what looks to be a weak smile. His eyes never leave you. Okay. You sure did chew off a lot, didn't you? Don't even know about the silver waters? The ferryman laughs, turning to face the misty water once again. We'll be to shore soon. Be dropping you off. I won't go to shore myself, Never go to shore. Why? Why not? The ferryman stares for a long time. To step on that island is to become something else. Oh, okay. But you knew that already, don't you? Wait. For real? Are you not joking with me here? What is that island is haunted or something? What do you mean something else? What? What do you mean something else? I know what you are after. And the island knows it too. They all know. The ferryman leans forwards to you. That is why you never go to shore. The ferryman nods, as if knowing you already understand. Okay. To your relief, you begin to see a land emerge from a white mist. Try to go. It is the harbor. Best be quiet when you get to shore, the ferryman whispers. Well, I'll be aboard in a moment. Best to sit down. Sit. Is it getting colder? A small layer of snow covers it. What? I think I skipped something accidentally there. Ah, okay. So, ferry boat. You step off the boat and your feet press into the snow. Light rain begins to pepper your face as you walk into the town. Rain and snow pelt against your body. The harsh winds claw at your face. You realize now that you are not far unprepared for what is to come. The town is quiet and the street lamps glow a dim yellow in the winds around you. Not a soul inside, but as you walk forward, you hear the laughter of a man to your right. Near him is a small shop. Your footsteps splash in the road. Man. You approach the man apprehensive. His laugh continues to echo through the roads as if amplified by something. No one else is around, and you notice the man has no smile on his face. You greet him and ask him if he knows where anyone else is. The laughter stops. He turns his face towards you but does not meet your eyes. His gaze lies beyond you and a pale face without life. His eyes reflect nothing. Okay. There is no one else. There is just you. The man turns from you and walks away. He shortly begins to laugh again, haha, growing quieter as he vanishes from your view. Your footsteps splash in the road. Okay, shop. Street. Okay, let's go to the shop. See if we can buy something. I think we are running low on energy here. Wait, it's only 18 and max is 20, so that's fine, I guess. Yeah, let's read this. You walk up to the small shop and open the door, getting out of the rain quickly. The inside is a good deal warmer than outside. Lining the wall rest all kinds of goods, from small vials to the books and art. Centered at the back is a large wooden countertop. Behind the counter sits a pale, bearded man, and behind him, a wall from his seat. He towers over you slightly. His eyes are nearly closed, and he appears amused at your presence. Funny. Haven't had visitors in a long time, he chuckles. But then again, perhaps you aren't a visitor at all. What are you here for? Equipment? You ask the man if he has any equipment to help you on your journey. He motions towards the back of the shop. As you walk, you find racks of various clothes, some with fur, other with various embellishments. You realize most of it is a common wear and unfortunately not very helpful for what you plan to do. Okay. You think you can't use any of it, the man asks after a moment. He looks you up and down. You do have a fine piece of leather on you, but armor isn't everything out there. He points to a thick coat near you. The cold can be just as deadly as the creatures, if not more. Oh, okay. I've seen many experts of the sword freeze before they made even a single swing. Winter coat, 40 gold, okay. Oh shit. We don't even have enough gold to buy it. That sucks. You look through the various clothing. The shop has nothing to offer. Okay, never mind. I will leave. Okay, I'm leaving the shop. Your footsteps splash in the road. Let's go to the street. As you follow a trail of wind and rain through the town, you walk empty streets lined with yellow lights and past buildings with no people. It's like a ghost town, huh? The weather worsens as the roads open up a bit to houses on one side and chapel on the other. You see what looks to be people, but as you get closer, you notice they make no sound. All of them care not for the rain, letting it fall on the pale skin. Their black eyes stare at nothing. They walk from street to street, building to building, without pause and without emotion. None turn to you as you walk by. You stand in the center of the road, blank faces passing you by. The chapel appears empty. Walk back to the streets. Okay, let's check the chapel. The chapel is quiet. The floors, walls and ceilings are tiled with glossed black stones. Between the stones rest worn white grout. Pictures of people and their harbor line the wall, and lanterns rest in all four corners of a large room. Oh, okay. And in its center lies an altar. On it is a dark egg. Oh, there we go. Finally, the dark egg. Haha. Okay, let's see what's the plot with the dark egg. You feel the egg is calling to you. Okay. I'm coming. Inspect the egg. You walk up to the egg, passing rows of empty pews along your way. At the altar, you notice 4 pedestals surrounding the egg, each with a lit beacon. A faint glow surrounds the egg. Pedestals. You go towards one of the pedestals and notice that from each one extrudes out a glowing barrier of sorts. Okay. Nearly invisible. It's like a dangerous trap meant to protect the egg. The 4 pedestals are lit and a barrier protects the egg. Okay. Check the left pedestal. Examine the pedestal. Notice a switch beneath its beacon. You try to press it but find it locked. Okay, right one then. You examine the right pedestal. Notice a switch beneath its beacon. You try to press it but find it locked. Okay. Okay, let's go around the back of the altar. You step around to the back of the altar. The 4 pedestals are lit and the barrier protects the egg. Left, right. Let's go for the front. You return to the front of the altar. The 4 pedestals are lit and the barrier protects the egg. Behind. Go around the back of the altar. No, leave. You back away from the egg. Okay. The chapel is quiet. Picture egg. Oh, am I? Leave it. Let's knock on this house. You knock on the door of a nearby home. Come in, you hear. You open the door and walk inside the house. On your left rests a calming fire and close to it is a man in wheelchair. His face is tired, eyes black. He turns to you and smiles. Oh, a guest. Come, get warm by the fire. You start towards the jovial man. Why, I can't remember the last time we've had a guest. How is it out there? The rain doesn't seem to be doing you many favors, he chuckles, looking back into the fire. Well, you can rest here as long as you need. My wife has always been a great hostess, but she's out at the moment. A shame you can't meet her. You take a seat next to the man and he suddenly turns to you. Say, did you happen to see my wife and daughter on your way? They were supposed to go for my medicine. You tell the man you didn't see anyone. He nods and leans back with a distant look. Oh well, they should be back any moment, I'm sure of it. Ask about the weather. The weather. He turns to you amused. What to say about it? It won't get sunny anytime soon, if that's what you are asking. The man chortles. No, it won't get sunny. If you are planning to venture out much further, make sure you are prepared. The cold is vicious out there. Vicious. My wife is strict about keeping bundled up. Chapel. Ask about the chapel. The man leans back in the chair when you asked him about the chapel. Ah, the old chapel. Such a lovely structure, isn't it? Says, have you seen the inside? You say you haven't. He shakes his head. That's no good. No good at all. Take a look inside. You'll love it. Beautiful thing. That building. You tell him you have. The old man gives a smile. Yes, beautiful, isn't it? The artwork especially. I know my daughter loved those pictures the most. I still remember when the folk around here used to actually visit the old thing. He stares off in thought. If I'm not mistaken, it was built back when people were first coming to the island. It was for the egg, the dark egg. They really worshipped that thing back then. The man lets out a snort. What am I even saying? They still do, and who could blame them? Not like there's much else around here. Why, it's the only thing that brings people to the island anymore. The man's belly rolls with each heaving laugh. Not like there's much else around here. Why, it's the only thing that brings people to the island anymore. The man's belly rolls with each heaving laugh. Okay. Ask about the chapel's dark egg. You ask the man about the dark egg in the chapel. Oh, that old monument, huh? It's a convincing replica, yes. But really, it's nothing like the real thing. When you get close to it, it's nothing. Nothing like it, you know. The man grips the arm of his chair. It lacks the feeling, right? You know, right? He turns to you, eyes wide. It's nothing, right? Just a goddamn fake, he spits out. The feeling it gives, the promises it makes, the lies it tells you. That fake filth is nothing to the egg. Is there something you want to talk about? Yeah, looks like this guy has something to do with the egg. He's clearly hiding something, or he knows something else. Is there something you want to talk about? No, I'll leave. Okay, chapel is done, house is done, alley, explore the back alley, passerby. Let's talk to the passerby. You call out to one of the people walking past, but they ignore you and you try again only to fail. Okay. Not a single one turns their head. Persist. You call out to more people, but the rain drowns you out. You reach for a person only for them to change direction as you do. Not a single one turns their head. Give up. Okay, so nobody is talking to us. Let's go in the alley. In the back alley, the rain is unable to reach. It is far more quiet. Snow still falls steadily. And near the end of the alleyway rests a woman and a child. Frozen and dead, their faces hold sadness and hope. And before them rests an offering box. You notice that the woman has a coat you could wear. It wouldn't do her any good. You approach the offering box in front of them. It's a small, worn little thing, but its wood casing is sturdy. Religious symbol, creatures of some kind adorn the outside as well as child's small doodles. You grab what few coins you have and toss them into the box. You hear a rattle inside, then silence. You look towards the woman and girl back to the box and pick it up. You place it in the mother's palm and close her hand around it. For a brief moment you wonder if her palm is warm. When you stand up to walk out, your foot pushes against something soft. You look down and notice an abandoned coat. It looks unworn. Okay, overlook. The cold gates and the city they hold rest ahead, surrounded by the mist. The black night stand overlooking the ruins nearby. The path to the log cabin is dimly lit. Okay, let's talk to the knight here. He speaks strangely, as if familiar of you. Do I know you? The knight turns back to the city. Me? The knight's form sags ever so slightly. City, where are you looking? You can't see his face, but you can feel his gaze. You say goodbye to the knight and turn to leave, but he stops you. Okay. Wait, he says, I think you should have this before you go. Oh, he gives us a potion. Good night. I love you, thank you. But when it goes to hell, maybe this time I'll see one of you come out. The cold gates and the city they hold rest, surrounded by mist. The black night stand over here. Okay, Abbey. Path. Cabin. Walk towards the cabin. You walk towards the cabin. It's trail calm and flat. You pass odd lumps, rocks. Maybe as you go. The closer you get, the larger you realize the cabin is. And soon you see a sign faded and chipped that simply says inn. The lumps grow more numerous upon closer inspection. You realize they are frozen bodies wet with rain. They stretch their arms towards the inn. Look at the body. You edge closer to one of the frozen people. They look to be locked in time from cold. You look around to men, women, even children strewn along the pathway. As you look from person to person, you find them all reaching directly towards the door of the inn, some with one hand outstretched, other with both. Some use their weapons, their bags, even their faces if they had nothing else. A child runs down your spine and you soon stop looking. You manage to find some spare gold lying around in the meantime. Standing outside the inn, bodies lay strewn everywhere. It's quiet. The lights are on. Okay. Let's go inside the inn and see. You walk inside the inn. The warmth kisses your face. A counter flanked by two sets of stairs lies centered in front of you with a fire crackling gently in the corner. This game is really interesting. Like when I am inside the cabin, the sound design changes. It literally you can feel like you are inside a cabin, and when you are outside, when it's raining, you can hear the sound of rain, that water droplets and everything. That's a nice detail. Really good. The room is constructed, otherwise tight wooden walls safe for the fireplace. Okay. The room is not even a fraction the size of what you saw outside. The man behind the counter looks up at you. He beckons you to come closer. It only takes a few steps. Another traveler, I see, he says. Come to rest your weary body. It's cold out there, no? He looks back towards one of the stairwells. I have seen many travelers come and go through this inn of mine. Some young and filled with spirits, others old enough to know better. But no matter the reason for your journey, I can guarantee rest here for when you need it. Should things ever become too dire out there, he continues, I imagine you might well wake up here again. After all, no matter the nightmare, it is just a nightmare after all, isn't it? The innkeeper looks down at something on his desk, but you cannot see it. He begins to write. Now tell me, traveler, why have you come here? If you wish to sleep, just enter up the stairs. Either one, if you've rather a short rest, the fireplace has room for more. The firelight dances across the room. There are a few windows where rain and snow spatters out. It feels safe. Okay. Let's sit at the fire. The fireplace looks inviting and there are various chairs around it. A man sits on one. He appears tired, wrapped in a shawl. When you sit down, he greets you for the first time since you coming to the island. His welcome feels natural. His eyes and face have color and warmth. You greet the man back. Good to see a familiar face around here, he says. You pause, confused. Another traveler, I mean, easy to tell you are not from the island, he adds. After noticing your confusion, the man turns back to the fire. Sit. You grab a welcoming chair and sit by the fire. Its lapping flames flick warmth around you. Piano. You stare into the fire, lost in thought. You stare in the fire, lost in thought, okay. Let's talk. Oh, what would you like to talk about? Egg? When you mention the dark egg, the man starts. You're after the dark egg, he asks. You tell him you are, and that you must get it. He nods. I see. That is quite the journey then. Though not too surprising, nearly every traveler I meet is after the egg. He sinks in his chair a bit. I don't think I can change your mind, but you should think twice about it. He stares into the flame and passes the flame into nothing. It never turns out how you want it to. He closes his eye. I wonder why it is that we seek a wish to change our lives, when it is something that deep down we do not wish to change. Coal gates. Ah, the coal gates. Those ruins are as beautiful as they are deadly. I've only been once myself, turned around just for the cold. That man snuggles in his shawls, staring into the flame. I'm sure you've heard it 100 times already. But that place is cold. Ah, shit. Far, far colder than it has any right to be. It is natural. You'll need a key to get past the gate, and you will need to pass the city to get to your egg. He turns to you and sits up straighter. But you know they didn't lock the gate to keep things in. No. Nothing from the city ever leaves, and that's why they locked it to keep travelers, you out. Once you go past that, you won't come back here. One reason or another, you won't come back here. Down. You've noticed how strange this town is, haven't you? A white harbor with no boats, roads, or buildings, without people, even this rotten rain, it never stops. I can't tell you what's wrong, but I know I just know something is wrong. He leans in his chair. Hey, it's not too late to turn back. He looks towards you, but relents when he sees your confidence. Well, if you're determined, I won't stop you, of course. But if nothing else, take this harbor as a warning. There's nothing much on this island. Beyond those ruins, this is the warmest welcome you'll get. Okay, stop. Okay, let's leave. You get up from the fire and ask if the man is ready to leave too. In a moment he says, I just need some time to rest. Okay. I think we will save the game right here, guys. So, this is a really interesting game. It's a mystery plot about a traveler that is going somewhere. Now he has lost some of his tools and he's stuck on this island. There he finds this mysterious egg. He doesn't find it actually. He gets to know about this mysterious egg and he's after something. So oh, pardon me. So this game is really interesting, and if you want to try it out, you can try it out on Steam. It's available there. The demo is available. You can check it out, and there's also a Kickstarter page for this. Link is in the description. You can just go there and support these developers. This is something interesting. This is something out of the box. I have played lots of visual novel games. I've played lots of story-based, text-based games, and this is something different. I like what they are doing here, and I personally would like to support them. And I think this game is cool. I would like to see some more details here, like let's say when I'm inside the house, you can make a chair here, there's a person sitting here, stuff like that, you know. These small details, these are amazing, you know. It's like a small TV down here and the text is going up here. So overall, this whole concept is amazing. I like it, and I hope you guys like it too. So if you do like it, make sure to drop the like on this video. Make sure you support the devs. Go on their Kickstarter page, show them some love, and yeah, this is me, Dual, signing off. And please hope for me that I get well as well, because I am super sick. I'm not healthy enough to make this video properly, so sorry about that. But yeah, this is me, Dual, signing off. Take care, guys. Bye bye.